New England cable news reporter Hillary Strauss is in Hyannisport this morning with more. Hillary?
And Carol, you are absolutely right. The family remains inside the compound here in Hyannisport. They are once again gathered together, as they have been so many other times in the past, gathered in sorrow. Friends and family were here for what was to have been a joyous occasion, the wedding of Rory Kennedy, a daughter of Robert and Ethel. When we were driving over here earlier this morning, we could still see the white peaked tent set up on the property that was to have been used for the wedding reception. That wedding has now been postponed indefinitely. Meanwhile, we are here waiting to see if somebody from inside will come out and speak with us, perhaps Senator Ted Kennedy, former Congressman Joe Kennedy, or perhaps even the Kennedy family spokesperson, Brian O'Connor. We last officially heard from him yesterday afternoon. At that time, he said that the family remained hopeful. Hard to imagine that there's much hope inside this morning. That's the latest from Hyannisport. Reporting live, I'm Hillary Strauss. Back now to you in the studio.
She's at the command center, Otis Air Base in Bourne, Massachusetts. Hillary?
NRD, every day the news about this crash gets more and more disturbing. At an early evening press conference here, the National Transportation Safety Board said that JFK Jr.'s plane hit the water at a very high rate of speed. And that may explain why so far only small fragments of the plane have been found. It is a painstaking search that after 3 days yielded more small clues. Several pieces of debris from JFK Jr.'s plane.
Primarily interior cabin molding, some of the rugs, some of the cushions, a rudder pedal.
Officials also said one external piece was recovered, the right main landing gear. But the clues shed little light on what caused the plane to crash in the waters off Martha's Vineyard. We do, however, now know that the plane crashed at a very high rate of speed. New radar data suggests that at 9:40 p.m. and 20 seconds, the plane was flying at an altitude of 2,200 feet. 4 seconds later, it dropped to 1,900 feet. 5 seconds after that, 1,600 feet. And 5 more seconds later, 1,100 feet.
And your own calculations would show that those would reflect an approximate rate of descent of about 4,700 feet per minute.
In layman's terms, that's about 5 times the average rate of descent for that type of plane, perhaps even a nosedive. Meanwhile, more vessels are on scene to help locate and recover the wreckage. The Navy salvage ship USS Grasp arrived around 2:30 p.m., as well as another vessel equipped with side-scan sonar, just like the Rudy. There are also 2 Coast Guard cutters that will secure moving dive platforms, and there are several state police boats. Divers from those boats checked out a potential debris field today, but
it was ruled out as an aircraft. It turned out to be a 14-foot by 4-foot by 2-foot boulder.
sonar has located 9 more possible wreckage sites. They will be explored on Tuesday. As for maintenance records, they were inside the aircraft when it crashed. But invoices show that on June 28th, the plane had its annual inspection. There were 622.8 hours of flight time logged. On July 11th, the last refueling, 62 gallons of gas. Then on July 13th, additional maintenance and adjustment of the magnetic compass.
We are dealing with preliminary information. Therefore, we are dealing with that information very carefully.
Now, so far, all the wreckage that has been found was either floating or has washed up on shore. Nothing has been salvaged from the bottom of the ocean. Meanwhile, overnight, the salvage effort will continue. We'll get another update here on Wednesday. Reporting from Bourne, I'm Hillary Strauss. Back now to you in the studio.